exceptional. It's nonsense. It's a podcast. You guessed it. The Exceptional Nonsense Podcast.
Can you go on the WhatsApp group? I've got a fucking question from one of my mates.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Matt did say that it's a very vague question, but we can read between the lines and just make it a little bit more spicier if needed. Oh, and you've got the strawberry in the background as well. The strawberry, which is our
Big old straws.
which is our podcast mascot.
You need to name though. People need to come up with a name for him.
Whereabouts is it, guys?
So it should be the last message that was sent on the group chat,
Ah,
and then it should be like at the bottom of that message, if that makes sense.
okay. Yeah, do you want to read it or?
You got it, buddy.
Okay. Just want to ask a question. As long as you're enjoying the would you rather questions, here's one from
Nathan Wood.
Nathan Wood. Would you rather sit on a cake and eat dick, or sit on a dick and eat cake?
I'm going for dick. Sitting on that dick and eating the cake.
You got a sweet tooth.
Wow. I'd rather eat a cake than eat a dick. You know what I mean?
He was in the Navy, so it is a pretty gay question. So basically, I think Woody would rather sit on a cake and not eat a dick. I think, obviously, I've got to read between the lines here. I mean, chewing dick.
That's got to be harmful for the other person. The other party involved, that's going to hurt.
I couldn't imagine anything worse than eating a penis. Apart from a kangaroo's penis, maybe on.
Or an elephant.
Or the old I'm a celebrity.
I'm a celebrity. Get me out of here.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm a Navy bumder. Let me sit on a cake and suck a dick.
Suits you, that.
Suits you, sir.
So you almost said it like you've almost thought about it
But
before.
you were saying sitting on a dick. Would it be an erect penis or would it be a
It's quite
flaccid
vague.
penis?
You could sit on, like, you could have a bum cheek on a penis. It's not direct.
And what cake were you eating?
I don't know. I fancy a
We
red
can't-
velvet, but that's a vague one as well. It could be dick flavoured cake.
But I suppose if you were sitting on a cake, you'd want it to be a sponge, wouldn't you?
Well, you'd want it to be. Yeah,
I don't think any cake's going to support the weight of a human.
Oh no, you'd be crushed.
Not while you're.
You'd be.
Not while you suck a dick.
You'd hope there's no candles on it either.
Yeah.
But if somebody stops me in the middle of the street and goes, "Excuse me, sir," and then asks that question, I'm not bothered about the penis at the moment. I'm like, so well, what type of cake we're saying? Because if it's just like your bog standard birthday cake, I'm out. I'm walking on by. I'm not fucking dealing with that.
What's going to bring you to the fold?
A chocolate gateau would bring me straight into the fold. Like,
It's not really a cake though, is it?
well, what is it then?
It's a gateau.
It's a gateau. But what does gateau mean? Cake in French.
Does it?
I don't know. I've just filled you with bullshit, and you had to believe it. You had no.
I didn't.
You had no
That's why I
choice.
questioned it.
But you had no choice to believe it.
No, I didn't.
So gateau means cake in French.
That's not how life works. I tell you something, and you've got to believe it. You have no choice.
What does gateau mean?
I don't know. I'm going to
It
Google
means.
you know what?
It means cake in French.
I'll Google it.
Cake in French.
I'll give it a goog because I don't believe
question
you.
Gaz's intelligence.
No, I question his intelligence all the time. Just talk amongst yourselves.
You shouldn't though.
No,
You shouldn't. Cool. What are you saying? Are you sitting on a dick or eating cake? Are you sitting on a dick or eating cake? Where we're going with it?
I'd rather probably.
What cake brings you in the fold?
Do you know what? That is probably like. I just think that's a question that. You don't know how to answer it because that's never even gone through your thought process.
Because you don't want to be. You don't
How
want
do
somebody.
you know what I thought on a daily basis, mate?
Oh, there you go. Yeah,
You don't want to be walking
that's
down.
something completely different.
Yeah.
You don't want to be walking down the street and somebody who listens to this podcast sees you and recognises and go, "Get him! He wants to sit on dick and then eat cake."
And then you got loads of cake loving, cock sucking people chasing you.
Oh, like a cult.
Like cock sucking cake eaters.
Like the KKK, we could make a little group out of
Cock and cake.
I've just seen
Cotton
that
cake colours.
gateau in Spanish is cat.
what the fuck.
Yeah, so you're eating.
But why is it in Spanish? So what does gato mean? Is it a Spanish word?
I don't know what it's saying. It's well.
Oh, so there
I
you
don't
are, big hard Matt. Oh, I'll fucking look it up.
Well, yeah,
But what you found is absolutely nothing. You found that gato in Spanish
I'm gonna
means
have to
cat.
look at the ingredients because I reckon there's bits of cat and gato.
Well, I went to the place.
Isn't it like a mixture of like
Cat and chocolate.
sponge and cream?
Sponge.
Because it's very creamy. It's like
Well,
very.
you get that Black Forest
moist,
gato
isn't
with
it?
a raspberry flavouring in it. I mean, that will bring me to the party. That is me. I love that.
I prefer a sponge.
What, like a
Strawberry sponge
Oh, I thought you were saying like something.
with a
that's
white
cool.
frosting on the outside with a cup of tea.
Cup of tea. You've got to have a cup of tea with a piece
I'm
of
not
cake,
a big
mate.
sweet person, but if I was to have something, ultimate I like. You like the old the old sponge with a bit of the old white icing.
I was on the phone with my mate the other day, and they were listening to last week's podcast in the gym, and they were on about the questions that they asked. So David Burleson's question and Graham Cook's question, and I think David Burleson was a little bit upset from what Cookie was saying about we didn't get the gist of the question that Burleson was asking. And I'm thinking, hang on a minute, what type of fucking just do I need to get? You were asking, would you rather have one massive toe like a hoof, wasn't it?
Yeah, one big toe like a hoof or...
Hooks for hands.
No, that was my question. That.
Oh,
One massive toe like a hoof or a toe on... Little toes on your toes.
Loads of feet on your toes with little toes attached to them feet.
Yeah.
so
You were right, by the way. Fucking fair play.
What?
Gateau means cake in French.
Really?
Because I might be in the Neanderthal, mate, but I've got a lot of stuff up there. By the way,
A lot of fucking hot pears.
I just want to fucking admit, right, that I put two and two together. Gateau sounded French, like chateau,
Gateau to the chateau.
and I didn't know that, by the way. I did not know that gateau meant cake in French. I assumed. Fuck's sake! I thought we were giving us a round of applause.
No, I
but
was,
wasn't
and then it
it
clicked.
clicked.
I was
Then
like-
it clapped.
Then it clapped. I was like, oh fuck.
So what sort of answer was?
I don't know what he was. I think he was a little. I don't know. I don't think there's a real answer to it. To be truthful.
Get him to draw a diagram because I don't.
Maybe you could get back to him on that because obviously he had an idea of what he sort of expected the answer would be, or around the similar sort of.
I don't know. I might have to message him and say, "Fuck's your problem, pal? We're doing our best, yeah, all right."
We can only work with what we got, okay?
And then throw a fucking Black Forest gateau at his car.
That's a waste of a gateau, though, isn't it?
It is, yeah. But it would be touching
That's
a very
fucking
nice car.
sacrilege, mate. Don't you dare throw a chocolate gateau at a car.
Why didn't next week? I think we should bring a fucking Black Forest gateau in and chew it whilst we're recording.
That's a great shout. I should have bought one at Tesco while I was down there earlier.
You should have, but we didn't know.
This podcast is sponsored by Tesco.
And Black Forest gateau.
Also, like, I heard the other day someone say online on a video, it was, they're interviewing this bloke, and the bloke said, "Look, if I give you $10 million right now, would you take it?" And they were like, "Yeah." And he said, "But you don't wake up tomorrow. Would you still take it?"
Oh, and then he's like, yeah, you're saying that fucking waking up tomorrow is more important than 10 million quid.
Yeah. So wake
Oh,
up every
bullshit.
morning and put a smile on your face.
But then
just shows you
your
that
children would be
life is more
sorted.
valuable than anything. Time. The thing that is most valuable to us, I think, is time. Because
Yeah,
we
of course
sell
it
our time.
That's fucking deep.
Yeah.
Deep as
I
dick.
just went from like eating cake and sitting on dick and to time is fragile and we need to fucking make the most of life.
That's deep as...
Fucking hell.
No,
That's
because I think it's you said about the would you rather, and I was like, and I remembered sitting here and that, like, and I was like, oh, it just shows you that when the chips are down.
I'll eat them.
I mean, if it's a
fighting seagulls off, mate.
I mean, if it was a crackhead, they'd go, yeah, I'll take the 10 million.
Of
So,
course they would. I don't give a fuck. I try and be smart with it, see. I take the 10 million, then I'll cryogenically freeze myself.
yeah.
Until they fucking found a cure for what potentially kills me in the next day. Fuck you and your riddles.
Well, yes.
Yeah.
He has something like his. So you want to control the narrative this weekend about this week with your question about what will the future look like, and just what you just said there. I was looking at something on YouTube, and obviously anything in the future is all just hearsay. We can waffle on for fucking hours. There is nothing definite.
We can only
Assume.
speculate.
I mean, a lot of the times I sort of look at what the stuff you watch and the stuff you read in books and watching films and stuff and TV shows is like it's got to be based on something.
Well,
like someone's at some point heard someone say, "Oh well, you know," and then they come up with all these random ideas. And to be honest, it was actually when you last week when Matt was mentioning about the Fallout.
Oh yeah.
The game. And also I remember playing it very little years ago. And then when you mentioned it last week, I started watching it, and I just couldn't stop watching it. It was brilliant.
Did you watch the whole thing?
The whole lot.
Yes.
Well, Fallout. That keeps on coming up on the Amazon, but I'm trying to watch.
That's where the idea come from about the in the future.
Yeah, but hopefully it doesn't turn out like that.
No, because that's brutal. That is brutal. That is brutal.
Well, is it a little bit like Mad Max type of shit?
Well, yeah. So basically, like it's basically a kind of alternate 1950s kind of future where they harness technology and this, that, and the other, but then everyone's going to war, so it's all fucking sunshine and rainbows until everyone starts pressing buttons on the fucking nuclear bomb thing and blowing up the city, like just blowing up the world. Missiles are going fucking everywhere, and they all hide down in these bunkers and these vaults. So then they live in these little communities in the vaults, and then they go up to the surface, and the world's just completely run by fucking bandits and mutants and
ghouls
and
like genuine sort of fucking monsters kind of thing.
Yeah, because they've all been
mutilated.
Over time they've been, mutated by the radiation and all that stuff. It's fucking brilliant, man.
What was that thing that was in the water?
I don't know. It looked like a massive axolotl.
That's it, but it's just on steroids. I say
an axolotl,
contaminated.
An axolotl. You see the little frilly things in the water.
Frilly things?
I'll get you a photo.
But it almost looks like an alien, doesn't it? When you look.
Is this a real animal?
It's a real thing.
It's a real animal. Yeah. So it's an amphibian.
But when you look at it, it looks like it's from another planet. It's weird. But this particular one, when he was trying to swallow you, he had fingers in his.
Yeah.
His actual inside of his throat was all fingers, where he's obviously like mutated and stuff.
Where the fuck does that live?
In the water.
Show that to the camera.
Well, people know what an axolotl is, mate. I think it's just you.
Don't know.
I'm sure people know what
Ringo.
I'm sure people know what Gateau means in French, but Matt didn't.
I don't fucking know. I ain't French.
But yeah, I was just watching it, and then I was just sort of sitting there thinking, I wonder what, because essentially, like you are literally that particular time. I mean, when was the nuclear blast? When was it based on originally? Did you say what year?
Well,
was
it was after. So they did the whole bombing of Nagasaki and Hiroshima.
Nagasaki, yo.
Nagasaki.
Wasn't Wolverine in Nagasaki when it got bombed?
Yeah. What do you say?
Wolverine was in Nagasaki when it got bombed, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was. And he survived it, didn't he?
Didn't he?
And he saved that matey.
He did. You're right. You should know that, shouldn't you?
What?
Wolverine was in Nagasaki when it got bombed.
Is that a backstory on it? Was it? Is that how he ended up with the?
No.
No, it's just
You
because
not
he
seen the
didn't.
film?
No.
Oh, fuck me.
What? I know. Obviously, I've seen the Wolverine. I've seen.
We took a fucking proper swerve there, you know. By the way, just off what I said there, wasn't
We've
it?
gone to the future and talked Wolverine.
You just fucking threw me right up there. Like,
I didn't know what the where am I?
But it's so interesting to say that the fact that when he heard that conversation, he was listening to his wife, and they were around his table, and they were like,
Don't spoil it, man.
oh, yeah.
People ain't seen it yet.
Yeah, true.
What
The TV show.
And it goes back to like last week. Was it last week when we were saying I said like about that there's a certain percentage like you could probably fit them all in one room that control the world, and that was what it sort of looked like. A group of very rich people decided on what the world needs and what the world don't need.
Well, that's happening now, and I want to bring one thing up, and I think I mentioned it to you in the van last week when we were mentioning. Was it last week or the bonus episode or something last week when I mentioned Jimmy Savile, and you mentioned that he was in necrophilia. I was listening to that episode in the van on the way to work, and I just caught the bit where Matt.
Yeah,
but it's so kind of subtle.
So we didn't even. Do you know what? No, I didn't even react to it. Like I didn't even. I heard it.
And then
Like a little
he come off the fucking road, mate. Like, I was laughing the cock off because
Go on, lad.
all he went was, "Go on, lad." Nah, it's actually quite bad, actually. Like, it was just so subtle. And I
Did
thought,
you do another? Wasn't there another bit where you said something?
Yeah, I said
Oh,
something
that was
pretty
it
bad.
with the hook thing. You said, "Oh,
Yeah.
for abortions."
Yeah.
And then, but
No, picked up
Nothing
on
during
it.
that thing, I
nothing
didn't
like
even hear
throwing
it.
one
Like,
like
until
that.
I heard it when we was watching it back, and I was like,
A little silent
he just said
assassin,
it
mate.
like really sort of went.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
In and out.
quiet at work, though.
Quiet
Wouldn't dare say stuff like that.
Wouldn't dare. Yeah, I'll just follow Rob around.
Do you
Do you
want
want some tools? I'll pass you a spanner.
to mention about the plumb bob piston level digs boxing promotion?
You wanted to know about the plumb bob piston level digs boxing promotion.
Yeah, what is that? Is
Right,
that just
so-
something you've just made up?
So we were in the van. We were coming back from site. We were coming through Marlborough, and some little fucker in a
Toyota Aygo.
Toyota Argo just overtaking everyone, and then he comes out, pulls out from in front of us, goes to overtake two cars, and as he's doing it, another car comes round the corner, the opposite side of the road,
Yeah.
and he has to whip in super quick in order to not fucking have a
smashed
head-on
in.
collision. Like, it was fucking close.
In a Toyota Aygo.
Yeah.
No, it was one of them sporty ones though. They're not
Yeah.
quite quick though.
And I got a bit ragey about it. I
Got
said,
fucking angry.
I said some profanities, and then I just started uppercutting
Sun visor.
the sun visor, just smashing it, like, bang, bang,
Just
bang.
whiling out.
And Rob said, those were some plum digs.
They were some proper 45 degree like
Uppercuts.
uppercuts,
proper
but they were
45. They were proper plum digs.
just off the cuff, just like
They were some plum digs.
boom, 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 boom.
And then we just had a little back and forth. And then you were like, those were some level digs. I was like, there's some plum level digs.
And then just like that.
And then I
almost
banged
bang,
the
and
piss-
you've got
And
yourself
then you were like a machine, like a piston.
piston
It was a
going
fucking
down
plum
an
bob
engine.
piston level digs.
So basically, after that now, we've actually started our own boxing promotion.
Yeah,
we haven't got any
level
fights
digs.
at the minute, but listen,
Try to say that 10 times fast.
I've tagged Eddie Hearn, Matchroom Boxing, Queensbury Promotions. I tried to tag Frank Warren, but he hasn't got Instagram. He's an old fella, innit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was going to go and try and do Mayweather. I think I did Mayweather Promotions as well, just to basically see who comes crawling to us. Say, look,
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like,
use
we're the next top dog.
Can we use that name?
well,
What?
just
And where do you get that from? Because we need more of that.
Where'd I get what one? What from?
No, like they would come to you and say, "Oh, we want your name. We want to use that name for our promotion." And well, by the way, where did you get that? You know,
Well,
oh well,
it's
we're
from
just
our-
sitting in the car and
From
yeah,
our brains.
basically, yeah.
yeah. And they might say to you, "I will give you a."
That's how things happen.
That's how things happen. You know what? Plum bob piston level digs. That's fucking.
Plumb Bob Piston Level Digs Boxing Promotions. I
I'm
don't
gonna put that
know.
on a t-shirt, mate.
I don't know how
Do you know
serious
what?
the
That's
fight
actually a
would be
good
though.
T-shirt idea.
Because like
'Cause
I was
always-
explaining it to Nat, she was like, "What does that mean?" I was like, "What do you mean? What
It doesn't matter what it means.
Doesn't matter what it means. It's a straight arm. It's
What is
plumb.
it?
Like when you're going on site and you level something up, that's plumb.
The wild's not plumb,
It's not plumb. It's pissed as fuck.
but then that's a crack anyway.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's level.
It's level and
It's plumb.
Off
It's
the
bob.
cuff.
Like you know when you're like, that's bob on that. You measure something. That's bob on 3 meters.
yeah.
That's bob. Bob 3 meters. That's plumb bob. Piston.
Bob, yeah, level digs.
Plumb bob. Piston. Level. Digs.
Basically, your back cuts that would take your fucking head off.
Uppercut sort of.
Well, there you go,
fucking-
mate.
Yeah.
Of course, well, yeah.
He's baffled.
I
He's fucking.
suppose the life of a. What would you class your?
Oh,
Job
well,
work.
it's very vague. It's very vague.
Rent boys.
Rent boys, yeah.
Little rent boys. For the state.
Engineer,
Engineer.
but I use that term very loosely,
Yeah.
by the way.
We hardly ever get anything plumb bob
Yeah.
piston level digs.
Oh no, steel erector, sorry.
Yeah.
Steel erector,
Steel
engineers.
erector, pipe fitter.
Just basically go to work and then do whatever you're fucking told.
Yeah.
Throw steel around all day, and that's why we're so.
It might not
so
even be
fucking
steel.
big.
You might even be putting
It might even be aluminium, stainless,
you might be
Stainless steel.
plastic,
digging
Bit
out
of
some
brass.
foundations for some containers to sit on it.
dabbling
dunno.
the old concrete.
You could be running some pipelines in. You could be doing anything.
So they could come to you and say, by the way, we love the name. Can we buy it off you? And where'd you get them ideas? Because we need some more.
I'm copywriting it now.
And
Not now.
you'll be touring all over the UK, just sitting in a van, just finding random things to inspire your.
We don't need to find anything. It's sometimes I could be lying in bed and something will come to my head and I'll be just like, fucking hell.
Next time you do that, no matter what time it is, you message me.
Get up, ball upright and just start jotting down.
Yeah.
We're already 20 minutes into this podcast and we haven't even
scratched the surface. Don't worry about it.
We haven't even touched on Cole's.
What about the idea of the first human to have the implant chip?
The Neuralink
chip, yeah. And he's I think
he's quadriplegic.
Quadriplegic.
And he's managed to be able to play chess.
But this type of stuff's been going on for way back from when Elon Musk was trying it. Like, he's not the first person to do this stuff, you know.
No, he's not, but he is the first person to kind of perfect it.
Is it perfected though?
Well, it's not perfect. No, not by any means. Oh,
I mean, the idea of it, if it does do what he wants it to do, it's amazing. The fact that someone who's not been able to walk, all of a sudden being able to walk, or someone who can't see, I think there's so many different possibilities with it.
Blindness has been cured. I mean, blindness. I think basically he's came at the right time and he's amalgamated all these technologies and all these diagnoses and all the things that have been researched and stuff, and he's just went, right, I'm going to make this into just something globally so everybody can have it. And
just to add to it, he's like literally does not stop working, does he?
Yeah, I don't think he's human. I don't know if it's a conspiracy theory that's already been made, but if not, I'm making it up myself.
People think he's an alien
because there's no way you can work like 70 hours on Tesla, the Boring Company, his solar company, Neuralink, and SpaceX all at the same time.
What was that? The Boring Company.
The Boring Company is a digging company.
Yeah. What was that? What is that? He's got another one.
What is that based on?
So, just drilling holes.
But he's got another one where it's magnetic transportation.
I think that's another thing I wanted to get on, because it's like the future of travel, things like that.
Is that to do with the tunnels?
So the tunnels, he wants to then build like rails, like a rail line, but it's going to be like electromagnetic, and it's going to be like super fast. Like you can go from like I have no idea what. My geography is shite.
So Paris to Moscow.
Yeah, or like because I don't know if it will go under the sea, but like say Alaska to Mexico in like an hour. So like one end of America to the other in fucking supersonic speed.
Mind you, have you heard of DUMS?
The what?
DUMS.
I work with a few DUMS, yeah.
DUMS. Deep Underground Military. Is it DUMS? DUMBS. The Deep Underground Military Bases.
Oh, wow.
And they reckon that there's underground bases all across the world, and they're all linked with these hyper, like, train, you know, and they're sort of like, because of the magnets, it's like a bit of anti-gravity, isn't it?
Yeah, that's virgin from future technologies around back into conspiracy theories.
Yeah, I know, I keep doing
that. That's not even a conspiracy theory, it was just said because there is a train, that technology is already alive today, because I think it's in Tokyo. I know it isn't at the moment fully accessible to the public. But there's a train in Tokyo where they're testing it, where it's all on magnetic rails and shit.
Because it's not actually touching the rail, is it? It's because of the magnets, it's hovering out. So
that technology has already been done, but at the minute, because it's so expensive, they're stopping and starting. But they've got a train in Tokyo now where it's being tested, and it goes like 500 fucking kilometres an hour. It's like fucking... If you're at the station and you watch it go past, it's like it's gone, bosh, done, nipped.
Don't want to be jumping in front of that.
But yeah,
no, definitely not.
All that type of stuff.
People will.
Oh, I mean, if you fancy a...
Well, I think you won't get
a short trip.
I think you won't get a chance, because it'll just be like when you go on this underground at Heathrow. Yeah. It's all got glass doors, and you can't get on the train unless them doors open.
You're not allowed to say the big S. You got to say unaliving yourself because of YouTube, and everyone gets really fucking...
What's the big S?
Sue, and then something on the... Oh, I'll have a bit of the side.
So if you say it, you can say it, but if
Well, you can't
get monetized.
You're on about the algorithm.
No, I mean, you couldn't get monetized anyway, because at the moment I can't be asked to beep out all the swearing. So none of these videos get monetized anyway.
And plus, they won't. Will they won't get much reach, will they? Will they?
I don't
Because
know.
of the swearing, how does it work? I don't know.
Fucking know.
Fuck them.
Because I know with a lot of content creators, they always go on about like having
But
sometimes.
that's controlling. That's
that's the problem.
controlling.
It's
But
like we had this conversation the other day. Well, it was quite a while ago actually. YouTube you can watch UFC fights where people are levering the shit out of each other. You can watch street fights where people just in the street fucking recording a scrap going on. People getting their fucking noses broken and shit. You can watch
porn.
Well, not really porn on YouTube.
Oh, so
No,
I'm talking
talking
about stuff that you can watch. Like
Yeah, porn. Yeah, you can watch porn if you like.
we still need a foot cam. Fuck's sake.
No, but I mean, if you typed in on YouTube, I don't know, open heart surgery,
It's
you
dead.
can watch a whole open heart surgery, which is like gory. Well, it's not gory, but I suppose they'd say
You're gonna say gory violence
gory.
there. Open heart surgery in a UFC
Well,
cage.
Yeah, I mean, it's just.
I mean,
because it's classed as educational, but if you say hentai or fucking
But I know
start fucking swearing all the fucking time, then they'll go, oh no, don't do that. There's a fucking button on YouTube
ball
when I'm
off.
uploading stuff, and it's got two options, and it says this content is suitable for children, this content is not suitable for children. So obviously not suitable for children.
There's a strawberry pillow.
No,
That's
yeah, but the rest of it ain't.
oh yeah, true.
Yeah, it's because it's basically they don't stop you doing it, but they're like, well, if you don't do it, you're not going to get the reach.
Yeah, but then there are also certain I don't know,
Because
there
they
are
can
certain,
control
certain things
the
where
traffic. Because they can. So if someone searches for something, because it's saying the same category as like what we're doing, because we're not like beeping out everything and that, they just won't put it. You'd probably have to go down and down and down and down to find it.
It's not the same rules for everybody. Because
That's why a lot of content creators adjust it.
the likes of
because
the
they wanna get the reach.
UFC, you've got like the likes of UFC fighters who can say pretty much what they want
Yeah.
at a press conference, and YouTube will be like, yeah, we'll have that. Yeah, you can have some money for that as well. We'll give you all the money in the world for that because of the UFC. I think the rules should be a lot more relaxed for YouTube. I think YouTube could be great for stuff like this where people like us want to just fucking get out there and I don't know, like
yeah, but I mean,
even if it makes a little bit of money, so what? You know what I mean? All you've said is cunt fucking bastard a few times.
exactly.
It's
fucking.
It's just it's a thing. I just don't get it. I mean, just because it's got a little bit of swearing in it. I mean, let's face it.
But
who
then
doesn't
there's
swear
these
in
things
today's
nowadays
society?
like triggering words, but it's like you could say we were talking about cake earlier. That's triggering for obese people, isn't it?
Costa Coffee, official sponsors of the Exceptional Nonsense podcast.
There you go. Costa, give us some fucking.
Last
money,
week
would
it
you?
was Coca-Cola. This week it's Costa.
Yeah.
Do you reckon we can get one of them cards they give
I reckon we
you?
can
The
get
gold
ourselves
platinum card where you
I
get
reckon
free
we get
coffee for
ourselves on
life.
fucking billboards, mate.
Yeah.
Well, where them stickers? I reckon if we, I know what I'm going to do after this podcast. I'm going to go stand at the drive-through at Costa,
Yeah.
and as the coffees are being passed out of the window, I'm going to slap an Exceptional Nonsense sticker on it.
Nice. I like it.
Do you think?
Yeah. Go
I mean-
for it.
It's not going to affect the coffee inside,
Well, you don't know that.
and it's good advertisement for Costa Coffee and us. More so us.
More so.
Also lampposts.
Oh yeah. Good old lamppost.
Well, I thought about
Toilet
that.
doors.
Toilet doors on the fucking M4 services.
Yeah.
Next to glory holes, anywhere you fancy.
Mention more about glory holes. What is it?
Huh?
You've been
Stick
to
them on
many-
the dick.
Stick them on the dick
Yeah.
as they're coming through the glory hole.
As they're coming
Yeah,
through
because
the
you
glory
imagine
hole.
like someone's in the old glory hole and they're the glory hole giver, and then all of a sudden
Glory hole
they're
giver.
banging away at it, big old schlong, and all of a sudden
Banging
they
away
sort
at
of, they sort of open their eyes a bit and they say, "Oh, look, what's this sticker?" She's like, "Oh," and they're like, "Let me have a look. Let me just certain it." Before you know, she's
What?
banging away on the thing, listening to the podcast.
While it's in her mouth, she's like,
Well, yeah.
yeah.
Slap the sticker on the dick.
No, next to the hole of where the dick goes.
Oh, I thought you meant on the dick.
No. So it'd be right next to the glory hole. So they're bumming away at this old big old chopper, right?
Big old chopper.
Big old chopper, you know. big old spleef.
I'm listening.
And then all of a sudden they just sort of open their eyes and glance over and they're like, oh, what's that? So as they're they're like, and they put it on, and before you know it, they've watched the whole podcast whilst they're noshing
I don't
off.
think they're going to be watching much of the. I mean, they could be listening to the audio because they're going to be too interested in sucking the big old
Chopper,
the big old chopper. Yeah, I like that. So, do you know where there's any glory holes?
No, I don't.
Oh, for fuck's sake! I was getting excited there.
Maybe we'll just stick to the lampposts.
Yeah, I think we just stick to
and people's cars in drive-throughs.
Couldn't imagine me sticking my dick through a glory hole and you being on the other end of it. I'd be fucking devastated.
You see, there's some stories out there about fucking people like going into glory holes, and it turns out like sisters have been sucking brothers off and shit like that.
Oh no,
It
really?
fucking happens all the time. Like daughters fucking making pornos and all that, and then the dad being on porn and seeing like coming across fucking images of the daughter sucking dick in there.
Yeah.
Probably end up getting a wank out of it anyway. Some weirdos in the world, you know what I mean?
That's fucking wrong, that is.
There's some weirdos in the world, mate. I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
That's fucking well below the belt, that. Jesus Christ, Gaz.
Alright, sorry. Yeah, I thought I could be myself.
Is it you talking or that teddy bear on your t-shirt?
Oh yeah, fuck me. Is he
I like that t-shirt.
How
Where
is
it come
Ted?
Timu?
How's Ted?
from? Is it?
£3 something, £4 something? Oh.
Timu grab sponsors.
Did it have a little note in the label saying "Save me"? So whoever made that t-shirt,
Yeah, fucking a sweatshop. Save me. Yeah. The majority of fucking
the old sweatshops.
the majority of clothes in the world are fucking made by that type of shit.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? Let's swing back onto the topic of, because we're talking about sweatshops and things like that. This whole going green, like the future of going green with all this technology, and like they're trying to make the UK a fully green, like electric cars, all this, that, and the other. But we're like, only like less of a percentage of this whole emissions crisis, because you've got the likes of India and China with all their factories and everything like that going on, and all the pollution that all their factories are kicking out. Right, it's not going to really matter, because them factories aren't just going to stop.
And where are we buying these electric vehicles from? Them big factories that are polluting the world. So technically, it's we're buying these vehicles from countries that are polluting the world. Bearing in mind, we contribute probably 1% to the world's fuel emissions. I mean, you know when something's wrong when, like, apparently in London there's certain roads that you can't drive down if you've got a...
Well, you can. They just fucking slap a big old price tag on it.
All that is so the City of London can make fucking money.
Zero
That's all that is.
roads.
That's fucking
It's
bullshit.
They had that with the old what's it called? Congestion zones, didn't they? And now they just want to make more money.
It's just so annoying because, like, it just doesn't make sense. It's like all these people that want to, the pretense that, buy an electric vehicle, you get you can drive it in and out of London. You ain't got to pay a congestion fee. You ain't got to pay road tax. Bearing in mind, as of next year, you will be paying an EV road tax, and you're going to have to contribute to the congestion charge. Bearing in mind, you just had to remortgage your house to go and buy a new vehicle.
How do you know that? That's all they said.
What?
That's all they said.
Yeah. So as of, I think
you have to start paying road tax again.
So this year,
Yeah.
there's this. I've forgotten what it's called now. You have to search it, but it's called an EV something or other, electric vehicle road tax. Basically, it's £10. I know it sounds it's only a tenner
a month or something.
It's like £10 for the year. Obviously,
What the fuck's the point in that then?
But what it is it's a gateway. Then once they've opened that gate, and people are asked, right, it's only a tenner. Then a couple of years later, it'll be 20. Then it'll be 50, and then before you know it, you're paying £300 or £400 a year.
It is. That's another thing. Controlling. It's just fucking controlling.
And it's all about just seeing what they can get away with. That's all it is, really. And to think that certain people couldn't even afford to go and buy a brand new car.
I would fucking love a Tesla. I would love a Tesla.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind one.
They're just nice. I don't know why people who are like,
they are nice cars. They're probably the nicest electric cars out there.
They're just nice, man. They're just fucking...
I mean, as much as they do look great, I think they're very flawed as well. Like, I think, if anything, if there was one type of electric car that would be the standout is the Teslas. I think they are.
Have you been in one?
I've never been in one.
Honest to God. If you ever get a chance, if somebody that you know at work's got one, just ask. Do you want to take this for a little drive? I've
I
not
don't
been
even
in one.
ask, just turn up in there.
I think.
They are unreal.
I mean, I know that I know, especially some of them, they've got like things in them where, you know, if there was like a chemical warfare, you could be in that car.
They've got air filters in them.
So essentially, you've got your own safe.
Well, Tesla.
Yeah, Tesla's got like an air filter in it.
And Elon Musk is the only bloke that I know that would have ever fucking think.
You know him, do you?
Hold on a minute. Yeah, me and Elle go fucking way back, mate.
Yeah, old musky boy.
Me and Muskaz go back way back. We used to fucking get down the Fox and Hounds, mate. You know what I mean?
Have conversations about it.
Radging out.
Didn't he steal your idea?
Well,
Weren't you the
we have had
original
a few
owner for
drunken conversations in the time, me and Muskie. And listen, I don't want to get into it. It's far too upsetting. It breaks me heart. How the friendship ended with me and Elon.
Yeah. No, I'm not surprised.
It was.
Especially when he's bummed you out of billions of pounds.
Well, that's how it ended. He actually bummed us. So we've got 35 minutes in and we've only we've scratched. Will you fuck off?
You're the one that fucking moved up to me, pal.
I wonder when would there ever be a point where we get to where the Fifth Element was? Can you imagine that?
Fuck, I love the Fifth
Instead of having
Little
one-
Dark
I
Monkey
can't
Pass.
even fucking comment on this because I've not
road.
even fucking seen the
Never
Fifth
seen
Element.
the Fifth Element.
and every you say like New York, yeah. You've got your main streets that everyone drives down, but can you imagine having roads above them? But they're not roads.
There's like cities under, like above the city, and
So it's
you've
like
got
it just
floating
keeps-
cars and
Yeah. So essentially, there's a whole new road system in the middle of the air, going through buildings and that. So you could have you could have hundreds of however many roads, but the one on the ground is obviously a physical road, but the rest is just people floating.
Well, I think I'm interested in seeing what this, what they're doing in Dubai with the big city that's just
The
a massive
wall.
wall. Yeah,
That's interesting. That is.
I'm
Good.
interested in
They're
seeing how
building that
that's
now.
going. Yeah,
We've talked about it a few times.
yeah.
Because I've often seen some. Listen, I've got a JCB. I can drive an excavator, and they're screaming for
I can
it.
drive an excavator. Okay, weird flex, but okay.
You didn't do your reps, by the way. You fucking scuttled out that cunt.
Yeah, you need to do your reps after this episode. Fucking
Get your reps in.
Get your reps in, man. Fuck me.
When we finish this episode, we'll do another set. Because why can't we use this podcast as a fucking excuse to just get fucking jacked? Get fucking
Trent in my bag. No, I don't.
No more Panda Pops for you.
yeah. So, what's the fucking score here? Because we haven't fucking covered any of what we were supposed to cover.
Well, I can only imagine that.
So we're
With the
47.
whole virtual
We're 37 minutes in, by the way. So we can fucking lash this on for an hour.
Fucking worried about the time, you
The whole
Nazi.
virtual reality thing, like with Meta,
I'll do a fucking
Oculus.
9-hour episode then.
Yeah, we are coming up to the end of this episode.
One of you
Literally,
next,
yeah,
tell you
35
this,
minutes
on
in.
the next one of you are sitting here, and I'm just gonna fucking sit there, and I'm just gonna fucking blabber on.
I'll do that.
Yeah,
I'll sit there.
Yeah, you can
you
sit
sit in the
there.
hot seat.
Yeah, I'll sit in the hot seat.
You sit in the fucking hot seat, yeah.
Yeah, you watch me and Rob just fucking go to town on each other.
Ragging out.
I don't think they'll be allowed to put that one on YouTube, but fucking-
What? Just the physical side, or I was just imagining it? Get out me arse! No!
Put it in my nostril.
Put it back in!
I want you to.
Get it out, it's far too big! Oh no, I don't want you to stop.
Where was that from? I've heard something similar to that.
That's in between.
Stop it, no, carry on. Oh, that's it. Road Trip. Have you seen Road Trip with, you remember?
Yes.
And he's like,
That's a fucking great movie, that.
it's like, you ain't got to talk all
I've got it on VD.
all technical to me or saying.
DVD.
And he bends over the old counter, she gets the old gloves on. And he's like, oh, and he goes, stop, no, just keep
When he's getting a
going.
fucking prostate exam, yeah. Stifler, innit?
He grabs the old
What's his name? What's his real name though? Something Scott, innit?
Do you know what though? What a generational film that was.
Yeah. That whole time, the American movies, American Pie, this, that, and the other, I used to fucking love watching them.
Tell you what, just on a quick note, I watched a fucking belter of a film last night called The Package on Netflix. It's like this group of friends that they go on like this hiking camping trip, and this lad, he's fucking around with this butterfly knife, and he's having a piss. He's fucking around with it, and then his mates are recording him because he's just fucking saying shit. And then they scare him because he's like chopping at his piss. He's like, this knife so sharp it can chop through piss. And then he ends up cutting his dick off because they scare him. And then the whole movie is them. He gets airlifted out,
trying to get his dick back to him,
and getting his dick back to him. And they're like miles away from hospitals. And
we could make a movie like that.
Yeah. With a prosthetic penis, I don't really want to get mine cut off.
Initial intro to that, from the very beginning, I was going because I knew it was coming.
Have you not seen the movie called Teeth?
That is horrible. That is mental.
That is fucked up.
Yeah.
Could you imagine if women had that control? Oh, here we go.
Well, there would be no children, would there?
Because then eventually that woman would find the one that she loves. But if every woman in the world had teeth in her cunt, imagine that she could just bite off. He was a shit shag. Chop. I didn't like him. Chop. Like they'd just be fucking.
There'd just be Ken dolls
concentration camps of Kens with no dick, no masculinity.
There's a would you rather. Would you rather teeth with a cunt or cunt with teeth?
What, isn't that the same thing?
That's exactly the same thing.
They're all the same thing. No, but
that's exactly the same thing.
A teeth with a cunt inside it, or a cunt with teeth inside it.
Teeth with it. What like
teeth?
Would you rather have the cunt in the mouth or the teeth in the cunt?
Yeah.
Is that what we're saying?
Yeah.
I had to get my head around that one.
It's a similar sort of thing.
Oh my fucking god, that's hurt my brain.
It's a similar thing, no?
I had to get my head around that one. No, but yeah, you're right. Would you rather have the vagina in the mouth or the mouth in the vagina?
Yeah. I suppose you'd rather the vagina in the mouth.
How would you get a blowjob though?
You'd rather the... Well, I don't know.
I'm still trying to imagine that. What do you mean?
So instead of having...
The teeth inside the vagina...
Yeah. The vagina's inside...
The teeth.
So would you rather have the vagina in the mouth or the mouth in the vagina?
Yeah.
And then it opens, there's a big old vagina hanging out of it. The old man in the boat, flapping his wings. Or the teeth inside the vagina.
Oh no, I'm still fucking... It's fucking confusing,
because
man.
At least if you had the vagina in the teeth, you'd sort of go, right, okay, it's gonna be a bit dangerous that, but you get the opportunity to choose. Whereas on the other side, you're going by your natural instincts until you go inside, and then before you know it, voila, abracadabra, Houdini, where's it gone? She swallowed it.
How would you get a blowjob though?
I don't know. I mean, it'd be a very
brutal blowjob. I'm just glad I don't live in this weird parallel universe.
Yeah.
I'm with you on this one because I'm still slightly confused.
But it's basically a would you rather though, isn't it? Because that's basically, it's like you're saying, would you rather sit on a cake and suck dick or suck dick and sit on a cake?
No, you just fucking said the same thing again.
Would you rather suck a dick and sit on cake or sit on dick and suck a cake?
Yeah. Fucking spinning me out.
Oh no.
But yeah,
the base of that film is fucking just messy, isn't it? It's like, it's like every man's worst nightmare.
Yeah, that'd be fucked up.
Because you imagine in the back of your mind, you'd be sitting there thinking, has she got teeth? Has she got teeth?
She's a toothy one.
So I was asking Les's mate, Mark, who's just started to come work with us, like, about the podcast, this, that, and the other, and I was like, well, I want to try and get...
I was there, wasn't I?
Oh, of course you were there.
Yeah,
when you were saying about the vagina, like, if men had... wouldn't it be better if men had control of the vagina instead of the woman having control of the vagina?
And then we were like, well, can you elaborate on that a little bit? It's like, well, just a vagina walking around, like, well, just like a...
Just walking around with a vagina with 2 hands, 2 legs, and a vagina.
Yeah, like Mike Wazowski, but he's a vagina. It's a fucking vagina.
But then,
can you imagine?
But then the women don't have the control of that. I don't know. I mean, I didn't really understand it, to be truthful, but I couldn't imagine walking around with a vagina with arms and legs.
Well, you'd have to put clothes on it, sure.
You'd have to. It's fucking
decency.
It's indecent exposure.
You get arrested for that.
Breach of the peace. You're fucking charged for that, cunt.
Yeah.
That's
It's a fucking weird one, isn't it?
It's saying about blowing your mind. That blew my mind there.
Yeah, I tell you something, not me. Mike Wazowski is a big old vagina.
Well, listen, we'll end it there.
We're going to end it there. I think we should.
Even though we didn't really get onto the subject at all.
at all.
We came in with an idea and we just fucking bounced right off it, but fuck it.
So follow us on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok,
YouTube, Spotify.
We're on
Deezer.
Amazon Music, Deezer. And we're on
Lampposts, back of people's cars, and
Yeah, and-
glory hole toilets.
1,000%. Look, if you're ever in a glory, fucking kick that camera again, I'll smash your fucking face.
alright?
No,
Piece of
he
shit.
did it. You did it. You know what it is? It's just because the setup is so fucking unprofessional.
Fuckhead.
Fucking
Matt can do it,
amateurs.
he's the editor, so he can do it, he's
Amateurs.
entitled to.
Edit out, innit?
Yeah, look
That's a
out.
better angle.
Look out in glory holes and stuff, just in case our sticker, just in case you're
Yeah.
sticking your dick through our sticker.
Yeah, you could do. That's what people use to cover up the glory hole. Anyway.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, no.
Yeah, you got to bust through it. In order
I'm
to
going to
get
make little doors like that with our sticker on it, with
Yeah.
little hinges on, with a little clasp,
Yeah,
4 glory holes,
yeah.
so the sticker doesn't get ruined. So if you want to stick your dick through, crack on, but make sure you unclasp the little thing, move the door to the side, stick your dick through, whatever,
And then like
make
and
sure you
follow.
close the door at the end of it.
Yeah. Nice. Oh, just quickly off that one, you want to get little Spidey out and his Hulk, and tell people to go to the page if you want to. It's not our page.
It's not our page. What is the page?
Fuck knows.
It's Neil Kennedy. In fact,
NK. Fuck.
yeah, we're shit at this, but that's what he does anyway. We'll ping a. You can put the link in the description, can't
Put
you?
the link in the description. Yeah.
Well, that's what he does. He does them out of it's resin in it,
Yeah, resin.
and he glues it all together. So
That's pretty cool, that, isn't it?
little, they come in grey because obviously it's for enthusiasts who
What is
want
that for
to.
paint? Who wants to paint and stuff?
Yeah, basically.
Sharp.
They can put their own
Big
spin.
on-
Imagine me just going, yeah, that's it there.
Yeah.
That's it there, yeah. But I've give that.
John, you want to get one of them little cake spinners there, and you could have just sat there and just span it and just put it on slow motion.
Well, that
just-
was Lazy Susan.
yeah,
Lazy Susan.
Lazy Susan.
But yeah, listen.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for listening,
Ciao for
and
now.
we'll catch you in a bit. Bye bye.
Peace.